I mean, I don't need to go over ES. We already went over SPY today. That's already out there. So I want to get into it. I want to get into the nitty gritty. BA. I don't know. I'm not an uber bullish person on it. It's just, I'm taking the opposite side because I love the setup. I like how much we retrace. There's just a lot of different factors for this one. The fact that when it touched 88, within what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it was up over 80%. So if you bought shares below $100, you've made 80%. If you bought shares around 90 or 88, you made more than that. You made 100% actually from the lows. And the crazy part is, I'm not saying this trade is going to work. I'm not saying it's not going to work. Nobody knows it's going to work. I've basically set up my time frames for H2. I mean, I'm going to switch that. That usually goes to the 15, but that's the 15 for watching the first half. And then the last half. My downside, every level is there. Like in this video, every single level is there. There's nothing that needs to be complicated. You don't have to overcomplicate the situation. I tell you guys this all the time. I'm looking for 124.79. Max down would be 108.67 to 88, which is the double bars. But I'm going to watch this play out. We're getting a lot of rejection from the 14 and 30 right now. This is a 15-minute chart. We got to make sure it builds above that. 30 minutes also similar. It's breaking down. I was praying that we see 124.79 this past Friday, and then they possibly gap us down to like 119.71, which was the third week of bottoming low. A double bottom from there would be, the low there was 120.02. So anything around there, I would definitely be adding to. This is a new chart. This is a chart I've been trying to figure out how to do, and you guys had helped me. This past Friday, we were just looking at charts, and I was asking how to get 3 candles for the day. Just looking at it. This setup on a 3 hour. This is an H3. The setup here, if you look at, I'm going to show you this right now. Hold on. So we closed flat here on the last candle. We closed flat here on the last candle. Somewhat same thing here. Usually flat closes like this. I mean, they all bounce. I mean, I can't say the same for this. This wasn't a flat close, but closer to lows, gaps down and then runs up, or gaps up after. The thing about this trade that's getting me is it's looking like we're going to go outside of the past 3 weeks, or we're going to test the week of, what week was this? This was 330. That week low, I want us to test that this week. That'll be the perfect setup. A gap down to 124.79, buy 130s, buy 135s, buy 140 calls for this week and a couple of weeks out. I'll add to my 180s. And if we can even get, I mean, this is earnings, so we're looking for a nice move. We're looking for a nice size move. So I'm gonna bring us to a bigger chart. So we're gonna focus it and bring it to one chart here. I was just showing you the different time frames I had, but here we go. The purple is because that's a demand, that's a zone, that's an area, long term, short term. If you look at the quarterly, I mean, if it's just heavily shorted, see, my goal is for this trade, it's similar to SPY. You have the quarterly 30 SMA. A lot of people are underestimating that. SPY did something similar. I want to do a comparison. You know, BAs are actually lagging. So in regards to the quarter, the first quarter, look what happened. Now we're in the second quarter, and we already bounced off a 30 SMA for SPY, and going, and we're above the 14. When it comes to BA is lagging, and I think people are so heavily short that there's a very high possibility we see 200. They got to get that vacuum. We already closed down below it. Now we need to start vacuuming above it. I want to definitely see us. It's the channel here is this purple bar, right? So this purple area, I'm going to show you now. So you have your lows of 117 and you have your highs of us 150, about 150. Yeah, 150. We're basically trading. This is going to be considered a channel to me. I'm actually going to make it go all the way across. From here, this purple level. This is going to be the area we're going to watch. I'm going to take off these extensions, actually. Use my coefficient. Then I can even zoom in with that. Go to the monthly. That 124 level is a very strong level. That level's a what? One, two, three. It's been 4, 5, 6. Now it's going to be 7 years of support now. And then plus we got the 145.51 for the 14 SMA. So after ER, I can see us touching the 14 SMA on the yearly. And then we drop down to the monthly. Monthly has a crazy vacuum that's gonna be happening soon. Just gotta be ready for that. I definitely want to see 225 before June. We got to get above 184.62. And also remember, in order for this 14 and 30 SMA to come down, we have to push price up too. That's going to flatten out the 14 and also bring down the 30 SMA. It will curve it down more. Drop downs also drops. I mean, like, for example, ES actually did that. I looked at the weekly for ES, and the 14 and 30 SMA are even closer now that it popped today when it opened. And then now it's coming down. So it's going to make the vacuuming even better. It's gonna happen quicker. But like back to BA, like I was saying, I was just trying to do a comparison, just give you an idea. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. But I'm definitely possibly gonna hedge this trade. I'm not second guessing this trade for myself. I do have commons still. I'm still holding commons from 102. Which I wish my commons position was actually bigger than my call position, sorry. Like people keep like the thing was like I did a trend line, right? Because people would do this is the trend line people were doing, and it was interesting, right? That was solar. Okay, I just had to press that. So this is one, right? Boom, right? Then there was one here that people had drew, and they were like, okay, BA drop below that, but nobody's paying attention to levels. They look at the levels. There's a lot you're gonna see up close and personal. There's been a lot of price action around 124.79. That level has been not a lot of price action, actually minimal price action, but everything's been bouncing off that level, wherever it closes below or closes above. It's held as a nice support here. So that 124.29, 79, I want to see that a gap down there. I will definitely add to my long-term position too with that. I'm still waiting for them to boost up the premiums. They didn't do that yet. So we'll see what happens Monday upon opens. Next time I'm looking at is URI, United Rentals. I love it. Weekly chart is bullish, hands down. It's flagging inside weekly. Trend is intact, levels are intact, everything's acting according 117.14 is my target. Max 134.85 in the coming weeks. My goal is, if this position does play, I want to roll up and out into the 130s. That'll be my next target. 117.14s. Then I roll like 3 weeks out to the 135s just to capture some premium on that. End time. Everything looks so clean. It's like a cup and handle. The breakout is 117.14. You can just see us running up. We're just going to do it again. 134.85 is a good. I gotta check actually for this trade. I want to check exactly how cheap are the 130s, the furthest out. Actually, go check that right now. Off URI. Remember, you guys know I don't like to saturate your thoughts with too many tickers, so I want to focus on the ones that I'm actually feel like we have a better chance with. So I want to look at the 130s, June 5th. How much are those? Not too bad. Anything near $1, it's my thing. I like that. 130s has a crazy spread on those. I'm just gonna add it to the watch list just to watch this week. Put it on a bigger time frame. So we have, this is our daily, and here's our weekly. Just building. It's building nicely. Long term. I haven't even did a quarterly on this one. Everything just lines up. How this develops is gonna be crazy. It's just building. At 134.85 on a quarterly. See, and I'm playing these trades looking at quarterly candles as opposed to trading off of a daily, off of a H4. When I'm trading weekly charts, when I trade weekly strikes, when we trade in weekly strikes, I'm thinking of short term. So I'm using 30-minute and H4, those two, and somewhat of the daily. The weekly, I don't really care much about. Actually, I do care about the weekly because I like to see where the candle's at, the range previous week, if it's far from the 14 or the 30, and see if it can spike up that week. But in a sense, using for long-term, buying calls, buying puts, checking out this is a quarterly chart. So we know it can hit 134 and come right back down if it has to. But it's definitely targeting the 14 SMA. We already got above the 30. We're still holding the 30. We got close to 117 earlier. Now our target is that 14 up here. I want to see that 14 SMA. So June's would make sense. The 160s for probably January, I have to look into those, but those can work too. I've been looking at a lot of things with time because if they're going to do anything with sideways action, we got to be ready for that. We got to be in something that won't even decay as much. I know buying time, you're not really getting much of a decay unless the only time it really decays if the range is huge and it's going to take off from that strike, from your premium. So the 160s are trading at 680 for January. Pricey. But just want to give you guys an idea going into this week. So for ER, it's ER Lotto. You guys don't have to play it. It's an ER Lotto. Anything that has ER in front of it or after it is considered as a Lotto, so play smart. Next up, win. I'm really not trying to focus on any runners that we have because there's no need for us to do that. This is crazy with win. This is going to be a monster. Like, it's going to come back. I can see us seeing 100. This vacuum is going to be nuts. Look how far outside this is up. By the third quarter here in 2016, by the first quarter in 2016, it got closer to the 30 SMA. Then it tested 30 SMA by the second quarter of the year of 2016. Bottomed out here. This is a nice support area right here too. I have definitely see us getting back to 91, 96. This double bar here. By the by the third quarter, we should be around 117, 128. We got an ER lotto for this already. We're already ahead of ER. I mean, ER is not this week. It's next week for win. I think it's the 9th. No, no, it's the 9th. So it's not next week. It's the week after next, possibly. I know we got the 515s, if I'm correct. So just keep watching. This is going to be good. Looking at like 200 leads for the 222 leaps. I got to look at those two as well. We can probably fund that trade with this ER trade we got going on with Win. I just want to check something real quick. I definitely want to see how far out. January 21st, 22s. I want to see the 22s. I'm looking at, they're not bad. January 22, 200 calls are 315. I swear, if this BA trade works out, I will put at least 50K in this trade right here. Just let that work. It's 2 years. And just by looking at the chart setup that we have here, 2 years, this is 2021. Looking at 2022, we can definitely be possibly at the high of this channel here. It's around 250-ish. So it's definitely a bear flag into this year. Came down. Now we're trading below at a demand area around 50. They're gonna bring this back up. That would be nice if they did that. A full vacuum and retrace this down quarter from last quarter. That would be nice. Get it back up here with this support, which is around 94.24, 96.32. We can say. Zoom in there. Whatever this is, 96.15. We'll say. I just want you guys to understand, like, there's a reason I say buy time. And if you see me trading the weeklies, buy more time, buy 2 weeks. Make sure it makes sense. If I'm buying 100 calls, buy the 110s 3 weeks out. So if it does hit 100, you're getting a premium bump out of it. Plus, you have a higher chance of hitting the target with that much time. Sometimes we could be a week early, we could be a week late. Happens. We get caught in a move. Sorry, I'm just doing a extension real quick, short term. 85.28 this week. I'm gonna see that. What makes me even more bullish is some other casinos reported, if I'm correct, and then gave us some juice. Got a nice bounce from that too. That's something that I want you guys to keep in mind. I don't really want to go over BYND. I don't really want to go over too many things. GS, I definitely want to go over. I took a big loss on that one. One trade, 25K, another trade, about 10K. So I got too aggressive. But I'm learning from that right now. And since GS is lagging and every other bank is actually doing just a little bit better, it has a better look, be careful. Oh, wow. I didn't know we had purple candle. That's another purple candle. That's 2 of them. If we get another one, definitely. 200 calls with 2 mounts. I should have just put that whole position into there. Every level is holding. Definitely got to keep watching. This cup is strong. I definitely wanted the 170 to hit last Friday. Get at least closer to there. And then I was going to buy some more long-term 185s to 200s. Possibly July 215s would have been nice too. But everything is just same setup. So whatever happens with SPY or market this week with ER and next week with ER is going to be interesting. Everything's just setting up nicely. I want to see 186.04 and over. We get over that. We're going to 200 quick. We'll take like 197.50 calls because I forgot. I don't if I remember. It's not. There's no what you call it calls. 197 flat. But this week it's a lot of ERs. So every ER play as a lotto. I still want to just focus on one position at a time, long term. So BA, we got URI, we got Win, we got BYND stays on the list. We got the 105s. I haven't sold any of those yet. I actually bought more. I think it was Monday because the premium wasn't that bad. It wasn't really moving that much until it actually it popped. But other than that, I want us to just focus because everybody's like, oh, post more plays and this and that. I'm like, that's a distraction. I'm sorry. Too many is a distraction. It's one too many. I'm already putting out a lot of lottos, which is going to stop very soon. The BYND levels, they have not changed. That close over 108.09 was interesting. Probably get this to 130, at least 122 red bar. It's been a lot of rejection there. But definitely got to keep an eye on that one. I'm going to unload those 105 starting Monday, see how it opens.